The government of Kenya will not negotiate with terrorists over 150 million ransom demanded by Alshabaab so as to release the two abducted Cuban doctors. Cabinet Secretary of Foreign Affairs Monica Juma said. She said the government policy doesn't allow such negotiations, but they will help in rescuing the two Cuban doctors.
Fruitful engagement with Federica Mogherini, who is the high-level representative of Foreign Affairs and Security of the European Union. Other than Federica being a dear friend of mine, she holds a very important portfolio in the EU, and we have had a chance to really reaffirm the strong existing relations between Kenya and the and the European Union. Those of us that follow this relationship will know that we have a structured mechanism of engagement that goes all the way to the presidential level. Last week, President Kenyatta convened the third high-level dialogue with the EU ambassadors and also had a chance to commission the first Kenya-EU Business Council structure that will be meeting on a quarterly basis to review the trade and investment relationship between Kenya and the European Union. We have a very strong relationship that is underpinned by shared values. We are driven by democratic principles. We believe in the private sector-driven development. We believe in democratization, and therefore we have reaffirmed the continued relationship at the bilateral level. We have also had some discussions around our cooperation in the regional peace and security matters, as well as integration issues. We have discussed our cooperation in Somalia, in South Sudan, with the DR Congo, on the African continent, as well as our relationship as far as multilateral issues are concerned, including my request to Federica for European support for Kenya's bid for the UN Security Council. So overall, a very useful and fruitful engagement, and we shall be shortly heading to State House, where she will be meeting with the President to pay him a courtesy call and to exchange views on this important relationship. Over to you, Federica.
Thank you. To visit Nairobi for the first time in my capacity currently, and it is also a pleasure to see such a good friend here in Nairobi. We meet often around the world. You perfectly said, we have brought our partnership and our friendship between the European Union and Kenya to an unprecedented level, both in the economic relations. We are important partners. The European Union is the first market for Kenyan goods. We have developed a system of exchanges with more than 800 companies from the European Union investing in Kenya. And we believe this can be extremely beneficial for job creation and for social and economic developments that can go in the positive direction, in particular for the youth of this country. And we see Kenya as not only a gateway to the region and to Africa, but also as an important hub. I was pleased to tell Monica that today I inaugurated our new European embassy, European Union embassy here in Nairobi. It's the second largest in the world, and this is not by coincidence. It's because our investment, both economically, politically, on terms of security cooperation we have, is key for the European Union, and we value Kenya's partnership and friendship enormously. It's a truly like-minded country. We share values, we share the same approach when it comes to democracy, when it comes to trade, when it comes to investments, but also when it comes to multilateralism and a cooperative approach to peace and security. And this is why we are pleased and glad and honored to work hand in hand with Kenya on a number of files, both in the region and globally. As you said, we had the chance of discussing our cooperation on a certain number of important regional files that are for us also global files that are key also to European security and to global peace. The situation in Somalia, where the European Union continues to be the first supporter of AMISOM, but also and mainly to the full implementation of the roadmap that we have established together with our Somali partners, both on the economic but also on the security and political tracks, in full respect of the Somali constitution. The good work we can do together in the region, and we support a even greater involvement of Kenya in IGAD, and as you know, the European Union has always a key role to play in supporting regional cooperation and platforms that can guarantee a cooperative approach in regions as crucial as this one, where so much of economic and security interests are concentrated. The European Union will always be a reliable partner for Kenya, for the region. You can count on us. We're not present here for geopolitical considerations, but for a true sense of partnership and friendship, because we know that if Kenya succeeds, if the Horn of Africa succeeds, if Africa, if I can say so, succeeds, this is also the best guarantee for Europe to have a prosperous, secure environment for ourselves. So it's self-interest and friendship at the same time, and this is also the basis, I believe, for a very fruitful way forward. The positive thing is that Monica and I agreed today on a certain number of very concrete follow-up to be done. So we've given to our teams a to-do list that we will check regularly on many different issues. So our cooperation can only grow from now on. And I can say today we're at the same time celebrating a new level of friendship and partnership, and at the same time investing even more in strengthening this further. So thank you, Monica, also for the personal impulse you've given to this new phase of our relationship.
Thank you, Federica. Thank you. Let me answer to the question about, the first question about visas. Now, you will all know, and I'm sure all of you travel all the time. All of us travel with visas, eh? So if you really don't have a visa, it's very difficult to enter a country X. I do not have the specifics of the case you're referring to, but I'd be very surprised if anybody was turned away with a visa. So I would be very surprised, you know. On the matter of the Cuban doctors, this is an ongoing operation, and I think last time I spoke to you, I did indicate that we were aboard, we still are, at the fact that any person can abduct medical doctors, can abduct medical personnel. It does not happen even in a situation of war because of the services that they provide to humanity. So this is an ongoing operation. We believe that we are going to secure their release, but as a matter of policy, this government does not negotiate. If that is the question you're asking me, whether there is any, because I saw some reports around ransom claims. We do not negotiate ransom as a matter of government policy, but there is an ongoing operation, and we are hopeful that we shall retrieve the two doctors safely back home. The other question that I was supposed to answer is which one, Jane? The other question is on counterterrorism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there is cooperation between Kenya and the European Union. I will discuss this issue further today with the Minister of Interior, and I'm sure also with the President we'll address this, because I think we share the same, not only the same concerns, but also we share the same interest in securing Kenya and developing an always more effective way of both preventing but also handling security challenges, and in particular counterterrorism and prevention of radicalization. For sure, during the rest of my meetings today, we will come up with some more concrete elements that we will be happy, our teams will be happy to share also publicly. But we do have this as one of the top issues on our common agenda of cooperation. You know, the very same fact I mentioned, more than 800 European businesses investing here in Kenya. This is a shared interest that we have to secure that the situation in the country is safe, and from tourism to investments to agriculture, everything requires safe environments. and first and foremost the people of Kenya deserve it. So we're together in this.
Thank you. Thank you, Frederick.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.